Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are for our next workshop. This one is on building relationships and communication in the workplace. So here's our outline of what we're going to go through. We're going to go through workplace do's and don'ts, building connections at work with coworkers when it's appropriate, communication, body language, and criticism. So I broke it down specifically into those pieces so that hopefully the videos are a little bit shorter for everybody to maintain and be able to watch in full. We're just going to jump right into the first slide here. So what is acceptable behaviors in the workplace? So these are things that we're going to talk about is what does it mean, obviously, to be acceptable. So as long as you're not offending people, you're not telling off-color jokes, you're not being rude, you're watching your body language and your tone, you know, you have to be respectful of the other person. If you want to have respect, you have to show respect, right? So those are some things you need to think about when you're building relationships. And then because it's a new place that you're probably going to be starting, or maybe you move to a new department, right? You need to really feel out the culture of the place that you're going to be working at and getting to know your coworkers in a mindful way. So during break times, at your lunch, maybe if you have a coffee break midday or mid-afternoon, taking those opportunities to get to know people. You know, and it's okay to talk to people throughout the day, but you don't want to monopolize that person's time. You know, asking questions because maybe you're not sure how to perform a certain task. You know, take that time to connect with that person for sure. You know, if there's downtime, it's okay to chat, but you don't want it to be to the point where, you know, your supervisor, your boss is then saying to you guys, like, you know, you're chatting too much, right? So taking those times and opportunities to get to know people when you're first starting is really good. We're going to talk about how body language, obviously, we've had these conversations before if you've been in my workshops. You know, your facial expressions, how you're presenting, the way you're sitting, the way you're standing, whether you're making eye contact, those all play into your communication, like those are the non-verbals, right? So you need to really make sure that you're, when you're communicating, your facial expressions in your body are saying the exact same thing that you're saying, right? So the words come in your mouth, obviously. And then just, you know, that attitude and confidence, good versus bad, right? You want to have a positive attitude. You want to have, you know, some confidence, but you don't want to come across cocky, right? So, because that can be off-putting to when you're meeting somebody new. The other realistic thing is that you're not going to get along with everybody. That's just, you know, human nature. Some people you're going to get along with, some people you're not. You don't obviously want to set out to piss people off, but I mean, you have to give that give and take, okay? So I have a little video here that I want to share with everybody. It's going to talk a little bit more about those do's and don'ts for that workplace behavior. So I'm just going to switch screens here, so please be patient with me. Okay. So hopefully this works, and I will hide myself and you guys can watch the video.
While TV sitcoms and pop culture have taught most of us how to carry on in an office setting, there are some common and not so common rules you should follow while working among others. Do come to work with a positive attitude. Nobody likes a Debbie Downer, and negativity spreads like wildfire. The next time you think about sharing your poor cheer around the office, think about who may be listening and what kind of impression you'll leave on them. Don't be afraid to ask questions. You know how they say there's no such thing as a dumb question, yet you still feel dumb for asking it? Although your inquiry may make you feel silly or foolish, it's better to go out on a limb than make an assumption that could cost you down the road. Do mind your manners. It's great to be passionate about what you do, but let others shine as well. Your good intentions of showing what you know in your next meeting doesn't mean that you can cut everyone off and speak over others. It's important to always be polite. Don't get caught up in office gossip. Remember, you're getting paid to do a job, not to spread rumors at the water cooler. Not getting wrapped up in superficial chatter will keep you looking professional and pay off in the long run. There's plenty of office etiquette advice one can follow to get ahead in their career. Start with these tips and see how far you can go.
All right. So that video kind of sums up everything that I wanted to talk about with regards to etiquette at work and what are some positive things that you can follow. So that's the end of this first part. When you come back, we're going to talk some more. So please stay tuned for the next portion.